What's up, guys? Adam with you here as always, and we are back on the Choppercraft Feed the Beast Unleashed server. And I've done quite a bit off camera, and we are going to continue expanding what I did off camera in this episode. But first, we're going to take a tour of what I did first of all. And I'm going to warn you, what I've set up so far is an absolute mess. The reason why this is just revision 1, just to get some stuff up and running. But, yeah. Oh, and I'll talk about this. I already took it out, but Grand Page left us 60 diamonds, which was very nice. Definitely appreciate that. I made this Power Fist, which I don't have any upgrades on yet. I've got the Axe mode, so you can chop trees, and I've got the Lux Capacitor things, which means I can just do that and place these little kind of cool looking light sources, so that's cool. But most of what I've done is kind of down here. So this is the just tinker table for the power stuff. The only thing I've got is the Power Fist right now. I have the biggest battery you can get, which is this Elite battery, and the Axe and the Lux Capacitor on it so far. Haven't really used it a whole lot. It's alright, I don't know. I made a crafting assembler, ME molecular assembler chamber. This has 4 CPUs and 4 pattern providers in it. There's some patterns set up. It's currently not hooked into my system at the moment because I was running short on network cable and power and whatnot as I was setting everything up, and I'm going to move it. I decided that I don't think I want it here. We've made 2 more 64K drives. And you can kind of see what we've got here. We're doing pretty good. We're on our second quarry, well, our third quarry really, our second full-size quarry. So yeah, we're doing decent there. And as you can see, I've got network cables running all over out of here. And by the way, this is where our stuff comes in. I upgraded this to an ME Precision import bus. And the reason why is because it will import faster, which I needed. You have to change this to stack mode. By default, it's on move single items. You want it on move stacks items, and it will move the stuff out of here super fast. Chopper helped me configure that because I was having troubles with this overfilling. That's why I upgraded to the Precision import bus. I also have a crafting monitor and stuff I made. I took it off because I wasn't using it when I unhooked this, but we'll eventually put it back on. Also, we got open blocks on the server now, which means we get to use these cool elevator blocks, which I love. I'm actually going to eventually get rid of the staircase altogether in favor of these now. But down here, this is a whole new level. None of this was dug out before, and we've got kind of a lot going on down here. But let's just kind of talk about what all this is and kind of what I'm using it for. So first of all, our lava is coming in here now. We got some liquid ducts going to a bank of 8 geothermal generators. This bat box goes up to the ME system. The reason I have another bat box separate from the bat box there is because I was running other stuff off of here. All this is going to be moved around. None of this is in the final position, but I had machines set up here. You can see kind of remnants of it. We've got an MFSU. I made that mostly to charge this guy, but we're going to need it anyway. But yeah, we got a nice MFSU going now. Bat box here, which is primarily charging an induction furnace, which is making charcoal. And we'll talk about that in a minute. And then just a bat box here running some basic machines. And here we've got our some more machines running off these redstone energy conduits. Now the charcoal we put back into the ME system, but we also have an export bus on the ME system going to the steam boiler. So as you can see, it gets charcoal in it to power the steam boiler. The steam is currently powering, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steam engines. Eventually we're going to add on to this whole system. Like I said, none of this is in the final place or anything. So these are pumping energy into this energy tesseract. And also powering these machines here. So, alright, where's the energy tesseract go? Well, I'll show you. And that is the primary thing we are going to be improving today. So let's just get up these steps. I will be glad when I get rid of those. And you can hear it running now. So this is a small MFR tree farm. I've got it set up to pretty much the smallest size you can do here. This has 3 main components on it. The first important component here is the planter, which we put some jungle saplings in, and we have it hooked up to an export bus. So this is just exporting jungle saplings from our ME system into it, and it provided power will plant saplings here. Alright, so the saplings are planted. Next we have this fertilizer, which we of course put fertilizer into, and when we provide that power, that will greatly speed up the rate at which these trees will grow. You can see how quickly that grew. And then the final component is the harvester, and this is what actually cuts down the trees. And everything from the harvester just gets dumped into this chest. This is the same chest we use for our quarry, and everything goes to our ME system. So from this we get saplings, vines, and jungle wood. And then of course the power is just coming down here through an energy tesseract into our redstone energy cell, which is always pretty much drained, but I'm hoping that eventually, once I get everything expanded full size, it won't constantly be drained. But we're going to upgrade this setup, and I'm going to show you why. Let's just go back down here. So we are going to expand this farm, and the reason why is we're constantly making charcoal. So we've got 15,000 charcoal. Pretty good amount of charcoal. We've got under 10,000 jungle wood. We are using the jungle wood far faster than we are making charcoal. Now, one thing I eventually need to do is just make it to where we only make charcoal once we get below a certain amount, which I want to do, but the only way that I can really think of to do it is with gates for pipes and whatnot. And there might be another way to do it. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, I can't set that up right at the second. And regardless, I need a bigger tree farm than just one tree every so often. So we are going to expand that. And I also eventually need to do something about vines. I have 20,000 freaking vines. Actually, 20,784 vines. There's not even really anything you can do with vines, hardly. Oh, and by the way, I started making a Enderman Soul Shard. It's at tier 3 right now. And I have a Soul Stealer 5 looting free sword I made. I decided to take a break from killing Endermen because it's driving me nuts. So what we want to do today is upgrade our tree farm. And I made these silver upgrades. I made 3 of them, one for the fertilizer, one for the harvester, and one for the planter. And this will increase our size radius by 6. The default radius is 3. So, what we want to do is we want to come up here, and first of all, we need to figure out where our center is going to be. So let's see. Now, we don't want it this close to the house. Like I said, all this was done temporarily, but I don't want to do it too far away because I gotta run network cable, and more network cable you have, the more power and whatnot. So I think we're just going to make the center of it probably right where this block is. So let's just mark that, and we'll put a torch on it, I guess. So we'll say that's the center. So our radius, let me look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can do a 7 out from this block. So let's just start marking that. First of all, it's just too close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that would put the edge right there. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And then from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right there would be the edge. And we got to build this perimeter all the way around it, so let me just do that real fast. I got the area laid out here, and of course it's going to get dark now. That's okay, I think we'll be okay. So, let's start reconfiguring this. So let's get rid of our fertilizer and just dump this stuff off in there so it just gets sorted into our system. And let's get rid of the planter. There we go. And again, we'll just have all these saplings go into the system. That's fine. And we'll let this logger finish up with this before we break it. So, let's start removing some of this stuff here. We will remove all this because we got to reconfigure everything pretty much. So let's just break all that off. There we go. And we can also remove power from that. Oh, that was smart. I unpowered it before it finished. That's okay. It will still work in the end. So, right here is where our planters got to go. So let's place that down first. So our planter goes right there. Oops. And we just got to dig to that now. So let's just dig under here to get to that. There we go. Alright. So we need our ME import bus, or export bus rather, to go to that. Apparently those will float in midair. So let's go ahead and accomplish that. Do we want to leave it ran up where it is? I guess so. It doesn't really matter. That should work. We'll just dig us a trench here, over to here, like so. And we will run our networking cable over to here. And we need our export bus on... Oops, no, it needs to connect to this guy, so we need to break him. So I'm just using a basic export bus, by the way. It keeps up just fine for this. It might not with this bigger tree farm, I don't know. We'll find out later. So, and eventually we'll have to set that to be jungle saplings. Now, we need the logger set up, so... or the harvester rather, so we'll break the harvester and let's go ahead and get this out of here too. And do this. This will have to be solid ground. Like so. Oops. There we go. And I completely destroyed my way down into there. Great. That's okay. We'll just do that. We're problem solvers. You see that? Alright, so this is our border right here. So I guess, well, let's put the harvester along this border. And I'll eventually pretty this area up. Don't worry about that. And we will go ahead and center it, if I remembered where the center was, right here. I'm not sure that matters, to be honest, but... And I put it backwards. So, harvester will go right there. Alright. So, bust us out an area to get to the power. Dig us a trench out. There we go. Just dig us out a big old area down here. Doesn't matter. Alright, so we're going to run redstone energy conduits to that, and we also need that to connect to our input chest. Now, I also set jungle wood to true on the harvester, by the way. Added a diamond to our ender chest to stop people from accidentally or purposefully taking from us. We have had some issues as of late of somebody taking some stuff. We've got a pretty good... I've got a pretty good suspicion of who it might be, but anyway, moving on. So, we run our redstone energy conduit like so. I suppose that should work. And that should be charging as we do this. Good. Let's see here. We need our fertilizer somewhere as well. So I guess we'll just kind of place the fertilizer on this side, because that will make it nice and close for me to fill. And I always place this stuff backwards. There we go. Alright. So let's just bust that out. And I will eventually probably automate the fertilizer portion of this whole thing. Not there yet. Alright, so I guess we'll just go ahead and run a redstone energy conduit like so. If I sat down, I could probably find a better way to run it, possibly, but whatever. It works. Let's move these guys. So we'll put our redstone energy cell right there. And we'll put our energy tesseract right there. We need to set it to owner only, receive only, hacker corp power, and we'll disable that. Alright, so that should be working now. Let's make sure we're getting power. Oh, that's why we got to set that to eject power. There we go. We're getting power. Now we need to do just a couple more things here. We got to go back to our ME system to get some stuff, though. So let's do that. We need to get some fertilizer. And we need to get some saplings to get us going here. So we'll just grab us a couple stacks of saplings. And some fertilizer. There we go. A little bit of lag, I guess. Oh, and I didn't put the upgrades in yet either. Got to do that in order for this to actually work. At this size, of course. So let's see. We'll put the upgrade in here. Go ahead and place down our fertilizer. Or put the fertilizer in the fertilizer. You know what I mean. Now the export bus needs to be set to export jungle saplings. As you can see, it starts doing it. We're going to go ahead and give it a bit of a jump start there. And if we go up that... Oh, wait. The upgrade as well. There we go. And you can go much larger upgrades too, by the way. The biggest is Emerald, I do believe. And then we need to put the upgrade in this guy. So it starts doing its thing. There we go. It should start logging. Yeah, it's going to kind of cut down the trees that are overhanging and whatnot. But as you can see, the planter planted this full area, which is marvelous and awesome and wonderful and terrific and awesome, and insert other great adjectives here. So as you can see here, it's the trees are growing from the fertilizer pretty rapidly, and our harvester is cutting them down quite rapidly. I guess I might have to manually cut this tree down, but that's okay. I'll do that in a second. You can see, well, that stuff from our quarry. It's going in there, trust me. Is it still harvesting? Yeah, okay. It might be using... Is it using up all of its power? Because I'm not sure. This may use more power. Nah, we've still got a surplus of power from when it was sitting. But yeah, okay, there you go. See, it's going in. And by as a result, goes into our ME system. And let's kill this guy. And the other thing we'll do real fast, while I'm thinking of it, let's go ahead and configure us a hat. I haven't played with this yet. I think... Yes. So we've got different hats. So we can do a random hat. Okay. Personalize. Apparently you can personalize a hat. Oh, okay. I get it. It's personalizing the GUI. Alright, so let's see. What do we got? We've got some fairly ridiculous hats here. We've got like a cap. A head crab. An overdose. Like Pahammer hat, a plumb bob, a plunger. We may just stick with the plunger. A winter cap, a Viking hat, a stainless pot, and a we're doing sombrero. There we go. Oh, whoops! I didn't set the sombrero. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. We've got a sombrero. Now, what happens if I put my helmet back on? Do you see it still? Yeah, it renders right over the helmet. Cool, now we've got us some nice sombrero. But yeah, these MFR farms are awesome. You can do this with other things like carrots or wheat or potatoes or whatnot. And we're going to set some of those up eventually. And it looks like it's not planting everywhere. There are some spots that we're not planting. I'm not sure. Maybe it's because there are some trees in the way. Huh. Yeah, I'm assuming there's a it's got... Okay, it did plant eventually. I don't know. So yeah, there we go. That's an upgrade to that. This is where I was originally laying out a border for something else. And if we go in, let's just see. I've got the charcoal production shut down at the moment. And the really easy way to shut it down with the way I've got this set up, at least the easiest way to do it at the moment, is to just come over here to our export bus and make it to where it's no longer exporting the jungle wood into the furnace. So yeah, we've got quite a bit of charcoal that's powering all that. But let's just see how quickly our wood's building up here. So, wood. We were under 10,000 when we started. We are now at 10,300, somewhere around in there, so that's not bad. So definitely working. How many saplings do we have? Let's just see. So saplings, over 3,600. That's great. And vines, I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. I'll probably recycle them into scrap or something. I'm not sure yet. I've got more vines than anyone could ever possibly want or need. And I'm eventually going to have to make more 64K drives, which I don't enjoy the thought of. Now, something else I did, I just thought of this. I had to move our nether pump. And I'm not entirely sure why. Because our one nether lake wasn't empty, but it just wasn't working. So I moved it over to here. So that's fine. It looks like we're already putting a dent in it. But, yeah. Yep, we've already put a sizable dent in it, but that's okay. Because our eventual goal, like I said, is going to be to... Uh-oh, I don't have a linking book here. What happened to my linking book? That's okay. Oops. I think I left the old one. Okay, screw it. There's a hole in the ceiling now. I think I left the old one over here, because we're right next to where we previously left our linking book. Or where... Use your words. Where we were previously pumping lava, and I'll show you that. See, right there's the old pump station, which now lays abandoned. I assume its reason it quit working is because the part where the pump was touching was right here. So all this was lava. You can actually see where the block updates haven't occurred, and we've drained from. So we ate through quite a lot of lava. But there's a ton of lava here. And we're going to eventually produce lava. And eventually, I'm not opposed to using some solar panels and stuff to complement lava and whatnot. I just don't want to use it in the beginning, just because it's more fun to kind of play around with stuff. So yeah, that's going to produce a ton more wood. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I want to check on our quarry here with you guys. So let's just see. Looking like it's doing pretty good. Let's actually fly down there and see where we're at. So there's where our old quarry was. Let's just see if we can even reach the bottom here without dying. Oh, Certus quartz, good. We need it. I've got next to none left. So level 40. Still a ways to go. It's a full-sized quarry. This is the second full-sized quarry we've done. Once I get a better power situation going, we'll probably have a couple of these going at once. So yeah, let me just kind of see how long we've been recording here, so I know if I want to do anything else with you guys this episode or call it an end. Alright, so we're about 25 minutes or so in. So that's all for this episode. I just want to real quickly explain what I'm going to do off camera. And if you recall, I said that I was going to do this in kind of a world toursy type of fashion to get started, so I can get to the really cool computer craft stuff I want to do. Because all this I eventually want to have fully automated. I want everything automated, and it's going to be very computer craft heavy. I've got some cool ideas, but I got to get power and whatnot set up. And I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to just jump to the overpowered power like solar panels, because this is fun. It's fun setting up these overly complicated machines and getting everything to work. At least I find it fun. So what I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to rearrange a lot of this stuff and possibly get stuff to start looking nice. Because just look at this place. It's an absolute mess. It looks terrible. I'm going to figure out where I want the ME system to live permanently. It will be on this floor. This part of the ME system may stay right there, but I probably move some stuff around. So I'm going to do that, and use the elevator guy. Come on. And by the way, these open blocks, they're not in the Unleashed pack by default. We added them in. We added that and something else. What were they called? Projectors? Yeah, the projector. I don't know. I don't remember what we added in, to be honest. But yeah, the open blocks, which I'm really happy about. Use these elevators, jump up to go up a level, kind of sneak to go down a level. And you just, put them above or below each other like so. So, yeah, that's cool. But yeah, anyway, getting distracted. What I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to move everything down here around and finally start setting up machines in kind of some permanent places and getting this power situated more permanently. And I'm going to probably start looking into getting lava production going, because I want to basically use a railcraft tank full of lava, to where that will constantly be full instead of these ender tanks. So, and then the quarries I want to eventually power using these energy tesseracts. But yeah, basically a lot of reconfiguring of what I already have is what I'm going to be doing off camera. But with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, possibly leave a like on it. That could help me out a lot. But I will see you guys in the next episode.